Look, I'm about to eat my food and get off this thing too. I wasn't even supposed to be here on this long. This man said 25 minutes. It's been way more than 25 minutes.
We gotta blame Brittany. Brittany came over here talking about Noble. I'm actually in the process of getting a divorce. Bro, I wasn't even on. I wasn't even on the camera. I was over here. I was over here on my pillow, minding my business. I said, "Wait."
Hey, I'm just saying, Noble. And before I get out of here, I know y'all gonna have your little conversation. Y'all have y'all conversation private. Don't these people don't even know nothing about your business. I know I don't even need to say nothing, but y'all go ahead and have y'all conversation. But I'm just saying, obviously, Noble. I'm just telling you that there are some men out here. They willing to pay for children that's not there. They don't care. I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're gonna be young men like me or young men like you. Probably not. But I'm just saying it's some men out here. They sterile. They can't have children of their own, so they looking to go and support a family and do all that stuff. I'm not saying always the case, but men do what they're supposed to do for certain, in certain instances. And I'm not gonna shame no man for wanting to be a stepfather. Thank you for the gift. I'm just gonna say, I'm a father, so I have empathy for women because I go through the same struggles they go through as a full-time father. So when I see a woman going through that, if I ever deal with her or be in a relationship with her, I'm going to be an asset because I do it every day. I wouldn't expect Noble, a fatherless man to step into a role with a child and a woman and think that, that would be great. I wouldn't even tell him that. I wouldn't advise him that. Man, go make your own family. You're going to pay for something. You're going to do something. Go make your own family, my brother, and make sure she an honest woman because some of these women don't deserve to be mothers. Clearly, they be on this app talking about how they don't like black men, but they're mothers to young black men. And I hope them young men don't hear how some of their mothers feel about black men because you raising them under that same roof. And what you think he gonna be? You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't like women and broke and not educated, all type of stuff, man. I'm always clear when I speak about what I'm talking about, but yet it just is what it is, brother. You know how it go, man. But appreciate you. Brittany, you keep your head up. Unfortunately, you're going through what you're going through, but it ain't nothing wrong. You have a man just there. He just there to talk to you, and be there, because pretty women need men there to talk to them, and ugly women do too. But that's for another man, not me. Another man can do it. You know what I'm saying? And praises to them, and all praises to the man above.
No,
So
before you go, brother. Listen, I really do have a lot of respect for men that assume the stepfather position. Kids, especially young black boys, they need like good role models. Um, they need like guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, nobody asked to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of our parents, they had sex with each other and we ended up here.
I don't know about all of our parents. Some people some people made a baby in that clinic cryogenic thing or whatever. I don't know, but some people out here talking about they want to be single without a father. They just get the egg. They just get the sperm from the man. So you got to think about that too.
Yeah, but everyone is not Ebony K. Williams. Most black,
Oh,
9 out of 10
I didn't
black
say
women.
that. I didn't say that, TikTok. That wasn't me.
So, but what the point I'm trying to make is, these young boys and girls, especially the young boys, they do need father figures. They do need good examples of men that are doing positive things in society, and to show them the way. But I don't think it's in every man's best interest to sign up for those positions. Some men, it makes sense for them to sign up for those positions. And some men, it doesn't make any sense for them to sign up for those positions at all. And for the men that it doesn't make any sense for them to sign up for that position, I don't believe that they should sign up for it. That's just where I'm at with it, but that's just what it is too. That's just the facts at the end of the day. Doesn't make any sense for a young man that's very educated, got a career, don't got no damn student loans, got 6 figures in liquid cash, got a over 770 credit score. It don't make sense. Childless, having his way. It don't make any sense for him to go sign up to be like, come on now. It just doesn't make any sense.
Hey, I
Sorry.
agree. But the other side of that, and that's what I like to lean into, that same man also needs to know that he don't need to be out here having unprotected sex with women and possibly making children. That same man don't need to be out here being a danger to a woman or disrespecting women or telling women they worthless because of this and that and that. Like, lead with your actions. You know what I'm saying? Like, your silence, you're not dating her, you're not acknowledging her, is going to be the things that's going to be more hurtful than any words that can say out your mouth. I think us men, there's a new direction we need to move in. And I think Drizzle was a start of that. And obviously you turn the mirror on what a lot of women are asking of men, but yet you can't reciprocate it. Us as men need to go a step further and making sure not only are we the outstanding men that these women are looking for, but they can't have access to us because they need to be able to be worthy of what a man can bring. And a lot of these women ain't worthy of what a man can bring, just like a lot of these men definitely ain't worthy of some of these women. And they ruining a lot of these women. You know, I mean, us as men, it got to mean something to us that all these women that we keep saying is such a small fraction of men. It's a lot of women telling the same stories about a lot of men. So at a certain point, us as a men got to take accountability and say, hey, I'm just gonna make sure I'm one less man that you talking about, that you saying ain't, that's making kids and, you know, not being intentional when they date. Because I'm pretty sure you got enough sense that if you dealing with a woman, you bringing her into the fold, you making your money, you're not gonna have no woman around you that's a disruption in that. You're not gonna be crying into no Harry Potter book because she ain't come home at night. You know what I'm saying? We don't do nothing like that. So you got to get around honorable women, worthy women, women who probably have been wives before. I like when a woman has been a wife before. You know what I'm saying? Not searching to be a first wife. There's a reason why people get remarried, because they know what it takes. And it's a reason why some people never get married, because they don't know what it takes. That's all I'm saying, brother. But I appreciate you.
No, and yeah, you're very big on the honorable, very big on the honorable woman. That's who we need to be surrounding ourselves or trying to be around. And to be honest with you, those are the women that many men of certain caliber need to start taking serious and entertaining. Because you didn't mention, and what doesn't get talked about a lot is, especially like men that can kind of be out here having their way. Those honorable women are the ones that they for the most part tend to ignore and tend to not give the attention that they probably should be given to. And that's how, guys end up getting themselves in a bind and things of that nature. So, because maybe, she doesn't got the biggest lips, or she doesn't got the biggest butt, you know what I'm saying? Or she don't dress a certain way most of the time, So, there's a lot of women that, men just be completely looking over, or that are completely invisible to a lot of men. But, those are the women that actually have the characteristics and qualities that they desire in a woman and that they would see as an honorable woman.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying?
So I can get the comments and then we can listen to Brittany. Um, and then we're going to have on the big screen too. So that'll be amazing too. Um, Yeah, of course. We got to be intentional, respectful, be honorable, all those things. I think that's going to be beneficial for us, because for those men that want to move forward in relationships meaningfully, absolutely, you should live up to the expectations of all relationships, let alone the ones that you want to be in. So, I women fail to realize that there are men like myself and yourself that have these conversations just because they don't see it happening on this app. They believe black men just out here trying to be harmed. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to have these conversations. Like, when women start talking about men doing this and doing all that, like, they act like men come to us and be like, hey man, I slapped my wife last night. Like, you act like they come talking to us about, like, it'd be when you find out, we find out. When we read in the paper, damn, he did that. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk to us. You know what I'm saying? When our homeboys ain't taking care of a kid, we're like, bro, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't take care of your kid? Like, we joking, but we serious. Like, we don't attack it the same way y'all attack it. I don't hang around men who don't take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't. But we have real conversations as men. We just don't use the internet to have them. And I'm not saying, I see a lot of women empower themselves off the internet, but it's normally off the back of the negativity that a man created for them. It's never from, this man created a bad situation for me. Look at the positive things I made out of it. And instead of bashing this man, I'm just going to say, I'm glad that he showed me he was a piece of crap. He got away from me before he could do more damage. Like, taking value in the fact that he didn't waste more of your time. You just heard a woman say she was in a relationship for like 22 years and the man didn't decide that he wanted to marry the woman and kept a whole nother different life, and he wasted 22 years of her life. Do you want to be that woman? I told her all she can do is be an example for women around her and show them to not be her. That's all she can do. And she got to be okay with that and try to save another woman from the shit you went through. But women's selfish. They want to be, they don't want to see another woman go through something that's better than them, especially if they're going to help them. We don't do that as men. We don't do anything like that. I try to help men avoid being a baby daddy or making a child with a woman that you're not going to marry. You need both parents. But if you don't got both parents, at least be a man enough to take care of your kid. But hey, we don't exist as black men. We just want to be exploiting women and using them, and I let them believe that. And that's why we can find the good women. So we ain't got to go back and forth with the bitter ones. But let me get up out of here so I eat my food, brother. Brittany, nice meeting you, okay?
Nice meeting you too.